Let's talk about a silent threat, one that's all around us. It's a poison that doesn't work by brute force, but by pure deception, right inside our own bodies. We're talking about lead poisoning. You know, what I love about this statement from the Oregon Health Authority is just how blunt it is. Unlike so many other things our bodies need, calcium, iron, zinc, lead serves zero purpose. It has absolutely no business being inside of us. It is a pure toxin, full stop. And right there, that's the paradox, isn't it? This useless, toxic metal is somehow one of the biggest health threats to our kids. And the key word here is preventable. So the big question is, how does this poison get so deep inside our systems and do so much damage? To really get our heads around that, we first have to understand the scale of the problem, how this hidden, man-made toxin quietly manages to affect all of us. And this is really the core of the whole problem. The secret to lead's destructive power is its ability to be a master mimic, an imposter. See, it doesn't have to force its way in. It cleverly tricks our own bodies into welcoming it with open arms. So here's how it works. Our bodies have all these gatekeepers, right? They're on the lookout for helpful minerals like calcium and zinc. But lead is a master of disguise. Its atomic structure looks just enough like those good minerals that it fools our cells. It's the ultimate Trojan horse, getting waved right past the gates. And this chart just lays out the damage so clearly. On the left, you see what your body wants. It needs calcium to send nerve signals, but lead gets in and just blocks it. It completely short-circuits your nervous system. Your body needs zinc for enzymes to do their jobs, but lead shuts them down, grinding critical cellular machinery to a halt. It's a classic bait and switch at the molecular level.
And this isn't like a cold you just get over. Once lead fools its way in your body, it doesn't leave. It moves in, for good. This process is called bioaccumulation. It settles into your tissues and organs, and then it finds a long-term home in your bones.
Just let that number sink in for a second. 25 to 30 years. And that's not how long it's in your body. That's its half-life in your bones. That means decades after you were first exposed, your own skeleton can act like a toxic reservoir, slowly leaching lead back into your bloodstream to do fresh damage, especially during times of stress, like pregnancy or just getting older. So, okay, we know it sticks around for decades. But how? How does one little imposter element cause so much chaos? Let's zoom in way down to the microscopic level to see the real damage firsthand. If we zoom all the way in, past the organs, past the tissues, to a single cell, we find that lead has a favorite target. It goes straight for the mitochondria. You can think of these as the tiny little power plants inside every single one of our cells, the things that generate all the energy that keeps us alive. And once it's there, lead launches an all-out assault. It causes this massive system failure, putting the whole cell under intense stress. This stress directly targets those mitochondria, the power plants, causing them to swell up and literally break apart. And with the power out, the cell can't function. It's a domino effect of destruction that leads to cell injury and, eventually, cell death. Now just imagine that process happening inside the rapidly developing brain of a child. It's devastating. And that brings us to a really tough but absolutely critical point. While lead is toxic to everybody, it has a devastating and completely disproportionate impact on kids. This chart, wow, it really tells you everything you need to know. If an adult accidentally ingests some lead, their body absorbs maybe 10% of it. But a child's body, it's a sponge, soaking up minerals to grow. And it can't tell the difference between good calcium and toxic lead, so it absorbs up to 50%. That's 5 times more. And if that wasn't bad enough, it just gets worse. A child's nervous system is basically a construction site, which makes it incredibly sensitive to lead's toxic effects. Their blood-brain barrier, the brain's bodyguard, isn't fully formed yet, so lead gets easier access. Kids naturally put everything in their mouths. And look at that last point. An adult body gets rid of 99% of the lead it absorbs. A kid's body? It only gets rid of 32%. It's a perfect storm of vulnerability. So you take that perfect storm of vulnerability, and the result isn't just a sick kid. We're talking about irreversible damage. We're talking about lifelong consequences that stretch across the entire body. Just look at this. For children, the neurological damage is heartbreaking. Reduced IQ, learning disabilities, behavioral issues. But it's not just kids. For adults, the cardiovascular system takes a massive hit. The kidneys, the reproductive system. So much of this damage is permanent. You can't undo it.
And I really want to emphasize that cardiovascular risk for a second. This isn't just some vague, it might be linked to situation. The science is crystal clear. A major scientific review concluded there is a direct causal relationship between lead exposure and high blood pressure. That means lead causes hypertension, which leads to a higher risk of heart disease and stroke.
Okay, I know that was all really heavy, but here's the good news. And this is the most important part. We know how to solve this. So let's pivot away from the problem and talk about the proven strategies we can use to fight back.
On the big picture, societal level, it's really a three-step dance. First, you have to monitor the problem, test for lead, find the hotspots. Second, you have to remediate. That means safely getting rid of the sources, like old lead paint. And third, education and policy. We have to make people aware and pass stricter laws to keep lead out of our lives.
But it's not all about government action. There are real, powerful things you can do right now in your own home. Simple stuff like using a wet mop to clean up dust, which can be loaded with lead. Washing hands, especially before eating. And here's a great tip. A diet rich in calcium and iron can actually help block the body from absorbing lead. And most importantly, just be aware. If you're in an older home, know the risks and get your home and your kids tested. So it all comes down to this. We know what lead is. We know exactly how it tricks our bodies and how it hurts us. And we know exactly how to stop it. This is an entirely man-made problem, which means it is 100% preventable. The only real question left is, what will it take for us to finally make it a thing of the past?